Who the fuck are these guys?
Who the fuck are these guys?
UFC 220
recap. Got a lot to talk about here.
Yeah, this is going to be a couple of videos because price increase of UFC. That's a whole nother topic. Bellator had a card on the same night. That's a whole nother topic.
Yes, that is.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hand it over to my man Hess here, and he can go through the prelims because honestly, those shits were so bad. To see one performance, I don't even want to fucking talk about it. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I want to talk about a couple fights actually. That's first one being Abdul Razak Al-Hassan versus Sabah Hamasi, man. Man, that fight had ended with a great uppercut. And when you do dances like this, Hamasi, you deserve for this to happen to you.
And dumb motherfucker.
Dumb motherfucker, man. I can't believe it. All that joking and shit, you're fighting. Take it serious, bro. And I don't care if you say you're taking it serious, because I don't feel you taking it serious doing fucking little corny ass dances in the beginning of the fight. Like, you fighting a monster. Abdul Razak Al-Hassan is a monster. That man's legs are tree trunks. Yeah. And that man's uppercut was heard throughout that whole TD Garden, bro. And your head hitting the mat, you became who the fuck is that guy? Yeah. That dead guy.
He was already who the fuck is that guy?
Now he's who the fuck is that dead guy?
Yeah. The other one was Almeida, right?
Almeida, Rob Font, kudos, brother. Bass native, came out, represented for his hometown.
Yo.
Threw down, man, threw down.
You've been leveled up to you've leveled up from who the fuck is this guy to that fucking guy.
Yeah,
that's who
that guy.
That's who you are now, Font. Oh, you're
beautiful head kick. I mean, they were traded before that. I think Rob Font caught him once with a good.
I think they do. No, we said Almeida was gonna win that fight. So we
went with Font.
We did? Oh, okay,
yeah, we
good.
went with Font.
All right, good. Well, we were right. Good job, motherfuckers.
We prognosticated greatly on that one.
Yeah.
But Rob Font caught that head kick, man, and I knew it. It's just always funny to watch Almeida get started like that. I died. But that's pretty much it for the prelims. The rest of it was a bunch of who the fuck are those guys. And
who the fuck are those performances?
I mean,
or what the fuck are those performances?
Alexandra Pantoja and Dustin Ortiz had a good fight. That was actually a good display of groundwork and technique, and that boy Dustin Ortiz has a gas tank.
Yeah.
For, like, that was 3 rounds of him pushing the pace like it was the first round, and he was in like serious trouble in the first round, about to get submitted and shit. Ended up coming back and winning that fight against Pantoja. It could be a debated fight, but I feel Ortiz deserved that win.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of the right fight, head, body. Y'all motherfuckers.
Head body.
At the fucking head, he block it, you throw it to the same fucking spot. Chill with that shit. You guys are professional fighters. Oh yeah, Spence Jr. beat the shit out of Peterson last night. Head body was in effect on some shit. But that brings us to the shit we give a fuck about.
Main card. Before we get into the main and main, I didn't really watch the fight because I was switching back and forth between Bellator and UFC because Bellator had some good fights going on, which we will get into in another video. Man, Shane Burgos, Calvin Kattar, that was a good finish. And those guys have
banged on. That's what happened. No, still fuck it.
No.
That motherfucker, that's Shane Burg. He needed a different haircut, bro.
Yeah, he needed a different haircut, and
Kattar did his thing. Like, he has good head movement, but I wanted Berg to lose so bad just because of his haircut.
Yeah, Berg, and he did lose.
I know.
He got knocked.
I got happy.
No, he got knocked out. I think what was it? End of the third round, or the beginning of the third round actually. Got caught and pieced up, and that joint. That was a good fight. But I digress on that. Time to move to the co-main event. which is Daniel DC Cormier.
And still, I told
versus
you.
Vulcan No Time Ozdemir, who got showed that there's levels to this shit.
You gotta level up, bro.
Gotta level up.
Though DC is, I don't know if you can reach that level. That's a different. I tried to tell you, bro. DC is not one to fucking say like
That
go get
man-
the Stipe, but
That man,
yo,
that
the
man
fact
DC.
anybody doubts DC against anybody that's not named John Jones is beyond me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like unless a Superman comes along. Yo, DC is the light heavyweight champion.
How
of the
old is
world.
he too? He's like 38 or some shit like that.
I think he's yeah.
He's
got
pushing
to be
40.
Yeah, and shit.
Pushing
I might have to
40 and
look
he's
at-
just fucking showing these
Yo.
young boys like, yo,
Yep.
coming in looking at his shape dad body, yo,
Yeah.
showing these young boys, yo, this is what it is.
That was the first thing I
Wrestler.
said. His gut was looking. It was bouncing.
Yeah,
This shit was
in about
bouncing.
5 years he gonna have a Roy Nelson.
Yeah, but he's earned to be able to have the Roy Nelson.
Exactly, man. That man, he's a great champion and very like he if it ain't John Jones that's champ who fucks up the belt,
Yep.
it needs to be a guy who's gonna treat the belt right and treat you fans right.
With
And
respect.
Daniel DC Cormier is that man and he does that
He's
shit.
been
with
doing that
honor.
shit.
Been doing that
Been.
shit. Just grinding people the fuck out. Yo, let me lay on you. Oh, you think you fucking got me because you 6'4" and I'm fucking 5'11"? So let me lay on you for 2-3 rounds and present your back and let me throw the fucking arms around your neck and sing your tap.
Yeah, let me see the tag.
But his hands, bro.
Yo,
his
I was just gonna
hands.
say, fucking so. End of the first round, he takes him down, and then all of a sudden you just see the difference, cause he immediately takes him down, gets back mount, puts in
Yeah.
the choke, and that choke was in.
20 more seconds. 10 more seconds.
Yeah, Vulcan. I watched the post-fight press conference. Vulcan was like, "Oh, I knew it was the end of the round, so I would just let him have it."
Yeah.
'Cause he knew he was gonna get saved by the belt.
Yeah. I mean,
But
obviously.
at that moment, you just saw the level, like how DC said, there's levels to this shit. That motherfucker, it was like butter. He took him down, sliced through like a hot knife through butter, took that fucking choke and sunk that shit in there. At that second, I think Vulcan was like, I'm not winning this fight.
Yeah.
The second round,
If
DC
there's
saw
anything
that
you
and he
take
took him
from
down.
that, UFC 220, that card showed you that wrestling, a good wrestling game, man, if you're a good wrestler, you pretty much gotta fight.
And Tyrone Woodley,
Woo.
take notes. That's
Yeah.
how you defend your belt and not have people bitch against dangerous fighters.
Yes.
Like, I understand you were going up against Damian Maia, Steve Wonder
I
Boy
mean,
Thomas.
Debut by labrum tear. Now you should have got him out of there.
Yeah.
But Stephen Wonderboy, that's a fight where I could give you where that's a technical, mathematical fight that I mean you really gotta get your openings when you get him. And
Yeah.
Wonderboy ain't no slouch.
No, he's not. The thing about karate, though, is when you close that distance and it gets close, that vulnerability is so much, there's so much more you can do.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Boy is, and the reason why I say that is because Tyron's a wrestler.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't forget you are a wrestler and wrestle. Like, that got you to the dance. DC ain't forgot, but DC is all constantly wrestling. Doesn't mean he doesn't work on other shit.
Yeah.
He just uses his jab.
Man, his hands. Yeah.
He uses that to close the distance.
Yo, John Jones's chin
Yeah.
is made of fucking.
Made of steroids.
Yes, that's it. Ah, yes. Yes.
His chin is made of steroids.
Nigga chick got steroid in the bone.
Nah, the dick pills he took, he makes his chin like a rock. But DC,
Man,
yo, that is the
them
champion.
hands.
Vulcan, is like, good on you. You got to the dance. You
Which
definitely
brings me to my next question.
have a future. What's your next question?
Which brings me to my next question. Who is there left for DC to fight?
In light heavyweight,
Yeah.
Jimmy Manoa. It's really like,
But I mean,
there's
Jimmy
nothing-
Manoa's got to fucking.
He's got to win.
He's got to win.
The clear person is Alexander Gustafsson. That's a clear person.
But he already dusted Gus.
That's it. But it was a 5-round war. You can't say he dusted him. They went 5.
They won 5, but he did dust him.
He won. Some people like I gotta rewatch that fight. DC did do a lot, but fucking that's pretty much the only fight. Gustafsson's improved a lot since then, but he's running into, we might as well, it's a good segue. He's running into the same problem and still
As we segue.
Stipe Miocic
thing.
The baddest man on the planet.
And still.
And that
Middle
was my
America
pick.
country boy.
I got both of the big ones right.
Yes, you
Good on
did.
me.
You
You're wrong.
prognosticated. Yes, I was.
That fucking that's the thing when we saw with Ngannou that he has a great plan A because he has the power to get plan A done. But after plan A, he's still that's all he has.
I mean, I think nerves had a lot to do with what, and then just him. He just went in there. And you got showed there's again levels to this shit.
Yeah,
like you can't go in there overextending yourself on punches. Like he wanted to end it so bad in the first 30 seconds, he blew his load in the first 30 seconds.
You have to. He learned the lesson that you're not gonna knock everybody out in the first round.
Yeah.
Everybody learns that lesson, especially in MMA.
But he's young. He's young in the. He's young in MMA.
He's in his prime. He's only been doing this for 4 years.
I'm saying, in MMA, he's young.
Yeah.
Because all these guys he's fighting, I mean, Stipe's an NCAA wrestler.
Yeah.
Like that's
with great boxing.
groomed from that's what 20 plus years of wrestling.
And I mean, just look at before he got the belt.
Yeah.
Before he got the belt, if you compare the competition, that like Stipe had to go through every. He fought Roy Nelson.
Yeah.
He fought JDS. Lost and then beat him.
Yeah.
He fought
in spectacular fashion too.
He beat Verdum to win, motherfucker.
In spectacular fashion.
He
backing up.
He beat Overeem after he was rocked.
Spectacular fashion again.
After he was rocked too.
Yep.
Now he's beating Ngannou. I'm trying to think of who else because like he's literally. That's why I understand the hype
train.
train.
He hasn't fought is
Kane.
And
That's the only fight for him now.
He needs to get healthy.
Him or DC. It was again like
DC don't
that
want
fight.
no-
I'm not saying DC really want that fight, but I would like to see it.
I would like to see it too, but DC, if you're a smart man,
What you are?
What you are?
You
you know damn well.
That's Kane's fight. We know that's Kane's fight. But that man right there, I didn't understand why everybody was so fucking like. I understand the hype train, but Lord, people jumped on that. People didn't jump on Conor's hype train like that. And the UFC got behind Conor, but hey, I was saying, fucking, there's no way Aldo's gonna beat his ass.
Yeah.
He's gonna leg kick the fuck out of him for fucking 5 rounds. No, 13 seconds.
Boop. Eddie Alvarez, he's gonna wrestle him. He's gonna bring him down. He's gonna bring him into deep water and take him down.
Yeah.
What happened? Boop.
Yeah.
Knock the fuck out.
Yeah. Though Conor ain't defended nothing.
Nothing. No defense.
So-
McNuggets hasn't defended.
No, he hasn't.
He lost the sauce.
You're not a true champion until you defend. Stipe has gone through everybody to get to the belt
Yes.
and has defended 3 times in the hardest division. What about if Brock Lesnar come back? That's a fight people would buy.
Yeah,
I'd say Stipe's going to dominate that fight.
I would watch Stipe dominate Brock.
But
Brock don't want no parts of that unless the money's right. You know?
but the money can be right. The UFC's proved that the money can be right.
The money can be
and
right.
They like to fuck Stipe over.
But I want to say, Stipe ain't gonna do that unless the money's right.
Make them pay you, bruh. If they don't pay you, go to Bellator and dominate.
WME.
Oh, fuck
whatever.
you, WME. Fuck you.
Pay Stipe.
Fuck.
Pay Demetrius. Pay all your fighters because these are the reason that we watch your product. Why we watch
that's a segue into another video, but this motherfucker Stipe, greatest heavyweight of all time or greatest fighter of all time?
Safe to say, greatest heavyweight in the UFC of all time, greatest fighter of all time. Because if I think fighting, I think everything. I think mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Not just hands. I mean,
Muhammad
Ali.
He's in a league.
He's in a league of his own.
Yeah.
Like
He's
boxers that are in leagues of their own, in the eras of which they
But
fought.
Ali stood for so much more than fighting.
Exactly. So he's an icon. He's a legend. He's definitely that figure to get behind.
Yeah.
Whereas we're talking about straight up fighting, that is the baddest man on the fucking planet, bro.
What about Demetrius?
Demetrius Johnson is the second baddest man on the planet.
because
of weight. Because it comes down to weight, slinging the weight. Because these motherfuckers are coming.
I'm saying greatest fighter of all time. I mean, or greatest heavyweight.
Greatest fighter.
Which one is he?
He's the greatest heavyweight, definitely, of all time.
Greatest fighter?
Greatest fighter of all time, because I don't think Demetrius Johnson could beat somebody that's 20 pounds heavier than him.
Yeah, that's Demetrius. That, I mean,
Comes down to pounds.
you
When it
wanna
comes down
see-
to technicality in pounds,
Yeah.
like everybody's a dangerous. This is mathematics.
Yeah.
This is high level thinking.
And Demetrius, but Demetrius is the most technically
Yeah,
sound fighter.
exactly.
The only
I mean,
thing,
like,
his size is such a
He
disadvantage.
needs to get through TJ. I want to see that.
I wanna
But
see-
that's a different video.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say that
UFC.
Emrich was right. he prognosticated correctly, and I mean, got it correct. And that's what's up. And I got utmost respect for both of those guys, and they both did it. And this is who the fuck are these guys? See you next time.
See you
Support
next
on
time.
Patreon if you dig the content.
Follow us.
I mean, follow us. Peace.
Level Up Media. Who the fuck are these guys? Who?